Let's go to Dr. Phil. He said giving black people reparations would be a disaster. Dr. Phil. Most non-Africans do not support reparations. Most non-Africans do not support reparations. Oprah Winfrey made this man a household name. How dare you get made a household name? How dare you get made a household name by a black woman and you got the audacity to turn around and say black people don't deserve reparations? Where Oprah at? Can somebody get my sister Oprah on the phone? I would like to know what Oprah Winfrey thinks about Dr. Phil's comments. I would like to know what Oprah Winfrey thinks about Dr. Phil's comments. I would like for Queen Mother Oprah Winfrey to give her opinion on Dr. Phil's comments, because this is the man you made a multi-millionaire. This is the man you made a multi-millionaire. This is the man Oprah turned into a multi-millionaire. So I need Oprah to help me understand why you turned this man into a multi-million-dollar television personality and he don't even support compensation for dehumanization of African civilization. I said, how are you going to turn this man into a multi-millionaire, Oprah Winfrey, and he don't even support compensation for the dehumanization of African civilization? We need to hear from Oprah. We need to hear from Oprah Winfrey. We need to hear from Oprah Winfrey. I can't believe Dr. Phil opened his damn mouth and said that. I can't believe Dr. Phil opened his damn mouth and said giving us reparations would be a disaster. But y'all don't see color. Y'all don't see race. You are a multicultural maniac. That's what Negroes in America are. Multicultural maniacs. Black and brown unity. Where is that at? Black and red unity. Where is that at? Black and yellow unity. Where is that at? They asking Asians how they feel about reparations. Asking Latinos how y'all feel about reparations. Asking Arabs what y'all feel. What the hell business is it of theirs? What we went through in America ain't got a damn thing to do with no Asian immigrants. What we went through in America ain't got a damn thing to do with no Arab immigrants. What we went through in America ain't got a damn thing to do with no Latinos. What you asking their opinion for? Because black people love being multicultural. And since you love being multicultural, they're going to use your multicultural brothers and sisters against you.
You give any group of people that much money and say, there you go, best of luck, and you come back in 6 months, they're going to be broke. So whatever reparations are done, that would be an absolute disaster.
Dr. Phil, keep your damn mouth shut. So we got a Harriet Tubman statue in Philadelphia. We got a Harriet Tubman statue in Philadelphia outside City Hall. When you come to Philly, make sure you go to City Hall to see the Harriet Tubman statue. But guess what I just found out about the Harriet Tubman statue? I'm talking to all my Philly Africans and all my Africans around the world. Guess what I found out about the Harriet Tubman statue in Philadelphia? The Harriet Tubman statue was made by a white man who was paid $500,000 to make that statue for our ancestor. The Harriet Tubman statue outside of City Hall, Philadelphia, was made by a European who was paid $500,000 to make the Harriet Tubman statue. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. You mean to tell me with all the black artists we have in Philadelphia, with all the black artists we have in Pennsylvania, with all the black artists we have in the United States, with all the black artists we have in the diaspora, you gave a white man $500,000. You gave a Caucasian $500,000. You gave a European $500,000 to make a statue of the most revolutionary woman to ever walk on American soil, and you didn't even consider a black person for the job. You didn't even consider a black person for the job. And you didn't even consider a black person for the job. Lord have mercy. Black city council persons, y'all have some explaining to do. Black city council persons, y'all have some explaining to do. Why are most statues of African ancestors made by non-African people? $500,000, we could have used that money to create jobs for these unemployed black youth in Philadelphia. $500,000, we could have used that money to get some of our homeless black people off the streets in Philadelphia. $500,000, we could have used some of that money to give entrepreneurial opportunities to some of our ex-offenders coming out of the prisons in Philadelphia. $500,000, we could have used that to work with our single mothers in Philadelphia. $500,000, you paid a white man $500,000 to build a statue of Harriet Tubman. Lord have money. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. My people are lost. My people are lost. The U.S. Surgeon General, and then I'm going to end with a message to my UK Africans. But let me say this. The U.S. Surgeon General has declared loneliness an epidemic. Make sure you register for www.DrUMAR.tv. The Surgeon General said loneliness is an epidemic in America. 40% of Americans are lonely. 40% of Americans are lonely. 40%. That's why when we finish the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, we're going to create an African village. We're going to create an African village. You won't have to be lonely no more. You're going to be part of a family. Those of us who are conscious and those of us who want to be part of a functional black community, those of us who want to be part of a functional black community, those of us who want to be part of a functional black community, we will be able to be part of a functional black community as soon as we finish the HVAC. As soon as we finish the HVAC of FDMG, we're going to be having programs for women, programs for men, programs for elders, programs for the disabled, for the youth, for the ex-offenders, cosmetic conference, vendor conference, black comic book, black book conference, youth conference, video game conference, media conference, bank conference. Brothers and sisters, we will be the Black Wall Street. The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy will be the Black Wall Street. The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy will be the Black Wall Street, bro. Oh, yes, but you must be a donor. You must be a donor. If you didn't donate, you cannot celebrate. If you didn't donate, you will not celebrate. And even if you're a donor, if I find out you hating, you get in that book of Negroes, you can't come out. Once you get put in the book of Negroes, you can't come out. Once you get put in the book of Negroes, you cannot come out. Oh, yes, brothers and sisters. Don't be lonely. This is why we got to get our sisters married with the Conscious Singles Convention. That's why I'm going to have 2 wives. See, I wish my wives would introduce themselves to me as a unit. Let me date the unit. Dr.UMAR, we are 2 potential co-wives. Do we have any potential co-wife couples out there? Do we got any potential co-wife dyads out there for the King Kong? Make it easy on me. Select your co-wife and then y'all introduce yourself to me. I said, make it easy on me. Select your co-wife and then come to me. Find the co-wife and then come to me. Somebody gonna be queen of the Marcus Garvey Elementary School, and somebody got to be queen of the Frederick Douglass High School. Somebody got to be queen of the Marcus Garvey Elementary School, and somebody got to be queen of the Frederick Douglass High School, brothers and sisters. United Kingdom. I read today that half of the black youth in the United Kingdom are unemployed. I read today that half of the black youth in the United Kingdom are unemployed. Yes, African sisters can be co-wives. If you are in Africa and you got a co-wife, you already got your co-wife, send that co-wife resume. I need to see both of y'all at the same time. Send the co-wife resume. Central American sisters, South American sisters, Caribbean Africans, British Africans, American find your co-wife before you find me. Find your co-wife. I only want 2. I don't want 4. Find your co-wife and then you find me. Come with me with your co-wife. Come with me with your co-wife. Anyway, half the black youth in the United Kingdom are unemployed. 65% increase since COVID. I want to know what the black activists are doing in the UK about our unemployed black youth. Because I know we got a big violence problem in the UK, just like we have in the US. But my question, what are we doing to employ young black children in the United Kingdom, 16 to 24? 16 to 24. What are we doing to employ them, brothers and sisters in England? What are we doing to employ them so they're not on the streets killing each other and gangbanging? Half the black youth in the UK are unemployed. That's unacceptable. That is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. What are we doing? UK Africans, we got to get it together. I better not catch no black British Africans out there celebrating white supremacy. I better not catch no black British Africans celebrating white supremacy at Prince Charles's coronation on Saturday. Are y'all listening to me, Birmingham? I better not catch none of my African British brothers and sisters out there celebrating Prince Charles on Saturday. I better not see it. I better not see it. How are you going to celebrate the family that reinvented slavery? How are you going to celebrate the family that colonized more African territory than any other people? The British crown is the face of white supremacy and black dehumanization, slavery and colonization. I better not catch none of you Negroes out there celebrating Prince Charles. I better not catch. I better not catch. At the Breakfast Club with Charlemagne and Envy a few weeks ago, I talked about an upcoming United States Supreme Court case that centers on the issue of affirmative action in college admissions. There is an organization called Students for Fair Admissions. It's a bunch of Asian students financed by a white supremacist. It's a bunch of Asian students financed by a white supremacist who wants to eliminate affirmative action in college admissions. The Supreme Court is expected to decide on this case by the end of next month. Is affirmative action, the use of race in college admissions, is it constitutional or unconstitutional? Is the use of race in college admissions constitutional or unconstitutional? Most people predict that with Supreme Coon Clarence Thomas on the bench, most people predict that with Supreme Coon Clarence Thomas on the bench, affirmative action and the use of race in college admissions will be overturned. That means historically black college and university. That means historically black college and university. That means historically black college. All HBCUs, I need you to listen. All HBCU presidents, all HBCU administrators, all HBCU board of directors, I need you to listen to your big brother Notorious RBG right now. The HBCU will benefit from this, but black America will still be hurt by this. The HBCU will benefit from the overturning of affirmative action because it will reinstate separate but equal on the college campus. It will reinstate separate but equal on the college campus. That means applications for HBCUs are going to go through the roof. That means HBCUs are going to start getting money from black students. But here is the problem. because there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing, right? That's a good thing, right? The HBCU is going to get more funding once black students start being turned away from the white colleges, rejected and denied, right? HBCUs get more students, HBCUs get more money. That's a good thing, right? So what is your problem then, Dr. Umar, with the Supreme Court overturning affirmative action in college? I'm going to tell you what my problem is. I welcome the HBCUs getting more students because we know retention has always been a problem for the HBCU. And I welcome the HBCU getting more of that student loan money because we know finances has always been a problem for the HBCU. But I got 4 concerns about this. Number 1, once black students are no longer required to be on the college campus, once black students are no longer required to be on the college campus, I suspect that the white power structure, in cahoots with the Asians, are going to start offering programs at white colleges that HBCUs will never get a chance to offer. Did y'all hear what I just said? They're going to create new degrees. They're going to corner the market in specialized training in certain areas. And if you don't go to a PWI, you might not get a chance to get a degree or a PhD or a master's degree in certain fields. They are going to exclude black people from certain professions, and the excuse they're going to use is that the HBCU don't offer it, and we are not required to no longer admit black students into our school. So that's number 1. That's number 1. I think they're going to use this to cut black children out of certain opportunities that you can only get at one of these PWIs. Number 2. Are the HBCUs going to start doing a better job when they get more money? What do y'all think? Are the HBCUs going to start doing a better job educating our young people when they get more students and get more money? I hate to say this, and we got some excellent HBCUs. We have some excellent HBCUs, so I'm not talking about everybody, but a lot of them, I don't think they're going to do a better job. And I think that the job market is going to start discriminating against black children who graduate from the HBCU as a way to control the amount of blacks who get educated at the HBCU. HBCUs need to get ready. There should be an all HBCU conference so they can plan and strategize how they are going to respond to the Supreme Court decision, because this could be a great day for Black America, or it could be a sad day for Black America. You know who decides? Who ultimately decides if the affirmative action case, affirmative action being thrown out, who decides ultimately if that's a good thing or a bad thing? The HBCU. It's all up to the historically black college and university. Oh, yes. That also means that the HBCU has to stop catering to non-black children. Y'all can no longer admit all these white students. Y'all can no longer admit all these Asian students. Since the Asians don't want us going to the PWI, I don't want to see no more Asians at the HBCU. Yeah, I said it. They want us kicked out of the PWI, kick all their asses out the HBCU. That's right, I said it. We got to stop being nice to people who don't give a damn about African life. We got to stop being nice to people who don't give a damn about African life. PWI Nefertiti is a predominantly white institution. Predominantly white institution. I'm dead serious, y'all. Since the Asians don't want black students in white colleges, we don't want to see no Asians at no HBCU. HBCUs got to stop catering to non-black students. Cut it out. Howard University, you're the worst. You might be the best college, but you're the worst when it comes to catering to non-African students. Cut it out. The HBCU is for us. And now that we can no longer go to the white colleges, now the white colleges can deny us. If the white college can now deny black people, then we don't have room for whites at the HBCU. We need those seats for our babies. We don't have room for the Latinos at the HBCU. We need them seats for our babies. I'm not including my Latino Africans who identify with us. You family. You family Latino Africans. I include you with us. I'm talking about the non-African Latino and the self-hating Latinos. They don't get to come to the HBCU, okay? I don't want to see no damn whites, yellows, browns, reds. I don't want to see none of them. That's right. That's right. Because now the PWI will no longer be an option for a lot of us. So if South Carolina State, Cheney State, Lincoln, Maryland Eastern Shore, Coppin State, Howard, Wilberforce, Central State, Morgan State, Virginia State, Hampton, all the HBCUs have to open up them seats for black students. You can no longer allow all these non-blacks to colonize the HBCU campus. You can no longer allow the non-blacks to colonize the HBCU campus. Can I tell y'all a true story? And I'm going to get up out of here. I need some chicken noodle soup. When I was working on my pre-doctoral internship in Trenton, New Jersey, there was a white girl who attended an HBCU, full scholarship, PhD in psychology. She got a full scholarship, PhD in psychology at an HBCU. She was a racist. She didn't even like black people. And she got a full scholarship, PhD in psychology. Do you know how many black students could have used that scholarship? Do you know how many black students could have used that scholarship? Do you know how many black students could have used that scholarship? I'm putting the HBCUs on blast right now. I'm putting the HBCUs on blast right now. I'm putting the HBCUs on blast right now. Y'all want more students? Y'all want more money? Y'all about to get it. Once Supreme Coon Clarence Thomas throws out affirmative action in higher ed. The HBCUs are going to get all the students they want. You're going to get all the money you want. But you better clear out all those non-African students and make room for our babies.